and overtime. The serving size is 8, but I take 4. 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon. Anarchy Labs, overtime. Let's do this. As you guys know, Apollo Nutrition acquired Anarchy Labs back in 2014, I believe, and now they are reinventing the company by essentially putting out a lot of new products fully formulated with the Apollon flavor, like Ronin, like of course Overtime is now no longer available on Apollo Nutrition, but it is an Anarchy Labs product. Nutrition labels, I got a couple of samples from Ruesco. I don't have the bottle, but I have had this 3 times, ran it 3 times, and I'll tell you exactly the way I take it. Before we get into that, let me tell you about the key highlights on the nutrition label. So I took 8 today. Let's see if it's actually working, and I can recall what the dosages were. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, as always, just going to hit you with the facts that really make sense from a nootropic standpoint, from an energy standpoint. L-Tyrosine, so I'm only going to talk about 8 capsules. L-Tyrosine at 2,000 milligrams. Healthy dose. Of course, L-Tyrosine is known to help with a lot of mental processes, nootropic effects, whatnot. Then you have alpha GPC, 800 milligrams, efficaciously dosed. So good to see that. As always, alpha GPC, as you know, is responsible for potentiating the production of acetylcholine in your brain, which essentially dictates just about any single, whether it's a mental process, whether it's a physical process. Acetylcholine is the precursor to any bodily action that you're taking. So great to see 800 milligrams there. Then you have Eria Jarensis at a hefty dose. I'll put it up. Can't recall exactly what that dose was. Lion's mane mushroom at, I believe, 750 milligrams. Phenomenal nootropic. Talked about it, done a separate video on it. But in terms of verbal fluency, in terms of overall articulation abilities, I have found lion's mane mushroom to be a fantastic addition to your nootropic stack. From there, we get into one of my favorite ingredients, Noopept at, I believe they have it at 30 milligrams. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, the nutrition label's there. And Noopept is perhaps the best nootropic that you can take as a supplement, aside from things like modafinil and those wakeful agents that will really allow you to zone in and sit down, do a lot of work without having a lot of the sort of mental interruptions of, I got to do this, I got to do that. Noopept allows you to zone in and get things done. Energy-wise, caffeine anhydrous, they put at 300 milligrams, and they have also the dicaffeine malate at 267 milligrams. Overall, you're looking at 567 milligrams of caffeine. That's, of course, just based off of the label. I believe the dicaffeine malate has some sort of ratio associated with it, not important enough to talk about. Now, let me get right into the experience. I've taken over time from the first version to the second to the third. I believe this is version 4, and version 4, the addition of KannaEase is what I love. I think KannaEase is a phenomenal ingredient that allows you to reduce anxiety, reduce a lot of the jitteriness that you get from taking this much caffeine from a nootropic standpoint, and allows everything to sort of synergize and be a clean and consistent focus plus energy. So KannaEase is one of my favorite ingredients. I think every nootropic should have it. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. I think that's about it. You guys have the label right next to me. Experience-wise, you take the 8. For me, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to kick in. And from there, the energy hit is not too much, not overwhelming. It's an energy hit that will allow you to sit down, do work, not anything that's going to get you all pumped up where you're trying to start doing chores in the house and whatnot. It is enough for me, at least, to where I can sit down focus on the task at hand. I typically take it for my work, of course, especially if I don't want to take all the time to make a cup of coffee, which is cumbersome many times for me. I mean, making an espresso or making an Americano, it takes like 10 minutes out of my day, and my day is bang, 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 meetings and then work, a lot of data analysis, whatnot. So if I can just take 8 capsules, or I split it up sometimes, 4 in the morning, like you saw in the onset of the video, I'll take 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, based on how groggy I'm feeling, and that enables a very good experience. So I would check it out. Probably one of the top 3 nootropics that are a stimulant-based nootropics right on the market. Comparison-wise, I'm trying to think of a reasonable, comparable product to Skywalk by Myoblocks. They're all good. You also have Psychopharma's nootropic, which I've tried. This one stands and shines out to be the best. I'll give it to you straight. There's a lot of nootropics on the market. When it comes to clinical dosages, efficaciousness of those ingredients, because clearly Apollon, aka Anarchy Labs now, is putting everything they say they are into these products. You can feel it. It translates to effects, and I would probably put this in my top 3 favorite stimulant-based nootropics. Don't overdo it though. 567 milligrams of caffeine. If you're already taking a pre-workout in the morning, you're easily going to hit close to a gram of caffeine. Not necessary. I would ideally take this on an off day, where you're not working out or you're not taking a pre-workout. Perhaps you're doing a non-stim that day and you want to take this later in the day before your work. I'm not one of those guys who likes to take nootropics before the gym. For me, I don't get the best of value out of it. If you talk about really taking advantage of the value of a product like this, for me, it's always to be taken before work or before a very busy day where I have a lot of errands. That's the best way that I find this product to be useful. Hope you found that helpful. I have another nootropic review that I'll put out in the next few days. That one is Winged by Elevate Subs. Just got it in the mail today. Gonna run that, of course, on a couple of my off days. That is also very stacked. And just looking at the nutrition label, that might actually give this overtime a run for its money. So Elevate Subs, I know GGH did a review, David Fredrickson. I picked it up on the Black Friday sale, which actually wasn't a sale, bought it full price, but it got free shipping. And that one looks super compelling. Reviews are great. I think that one is actually going to supersede Anarchy Labs Overtime by a mile. They have Vincamine, they have Noopept. I mean, you name it, they have it. So stay tuned for that one. Enjoy your weekend, guys, and make sure you're taking your rest days. Make sure that you're also focusing on working, of course, managing life as it should be. The gym is not everything. Of course, a lot of times even I feel like, man, I gotta get to the gym. It doesn't have to be like that. Enjoy the small things in life. You already know. Keep it positive. Keep it healthy. I'll catch you on the next one.